friends! My name is Shayla and today I am here to do a small haul and a special unboxing for you. So let's just dig in right here, talk about the books that are a haul, and then I will explain the special unboxing at the end when I do it. First things first, Barnes & Noble came out with another Doctor Who compilation all about the Daleks, and it had to be mine. So this one contains Remembrance of the Daleks and Prisoner of the Daleks. So I really enjoy these. They are just so beautifully made. The end papers match in the two editions that I have, and they are just so fun. Anything Doctor Who just makes my heart happy. So I had to get this for my book collection, and it's just fantastic. Next up are the two books that I received in my Go Indie Now box in September. I will leave that video linked for you down below if you want to see all of the other bookish goodies that I got. So I got the Cogsmith's Daughter, it's called the Desertera novel, I believe. Yeah, a Desertera novel by K.M. Colby. All I know about this really is that it's a steampunk novel. When the steam-powered world dries up, one king rules the absolute power and unquenchable lust until the Cogsmith's daughter risks everything for vengeance. So that's all I know. Give me just a second here. Hello. So yes, that's all I know about the Cogsmith's Daughter, and I'm okay with that. I do plan on reading it. I know that this is also an indie book. That's what the Go Indie Now box is all about, is experiencing indie books to their fullest and supporting those indie authors. So I really like what the book box represents, and I am really excited. The other book that I received in my Go Indie Now box, because I am lucky enough to get two in mine, is called The Surrendered by Case Maynard. This has more of that dystopian vibe. It's about a girl who goes and surrenders to the powers that be, and that's about all I know. Again, I kind of like to go into these books a little bit blind so I can experience them for what they are without prejudgments on what they should be. Because that's what I ended up doing with Enrule by Holly Sparks. I'll talk about it a little bit more in my wrap-up, but I'd always been turned off to zombie novels, and that one totally was a zombie novel, and I really ended up enjoying it. So I like to go into these a little bit blind so I can experience them and expand my reading horizons. These next couple books are pretty popular, and I'm sure you've seen them going around a lot this month. This first book is A Shadow Brighton Burning by Jessica Cluas. This is about a young woman with magical powers, and she is the first woman with magical powers in many, many years, and she originally hides her powers to protect herself, but then through a series of circumstances her powers come out, and she ends up being brought into the king's royal court, essentially. That's about all I know about this book, and her name's Henrietta, which is kind of a fun geeky name. So I'm really excited to give this a read, and I will share all my thoughts and feels. I'll probably be reading it next month. The next one came out this month as well, and that is Vasa in the Night by Sarah Porter. This is a book based on the tales of Baba Yaga, and I am really excited to give this a read. I don't know much about the Baba Yaga tale, so I want to do a tiny bit more research before I actually read it, and I'm hoping April, Sarah, and I will be able to buddy read this one soon because it just seems so intriguing. We've got one picked out for next month, which you'll find out about in my TBR, but I am hoping we can get to this one soon because it's, one, cover's stunning and beautiful, and two, it just seems really interesting and it's not very long. Next up is purely a nostalgic buy, and those people my age might understand this purchase, and some of you might not. But it is The Last Unicorn by Peter S. Beagle. I thought this edition was absolutely stunning and beautiful. This was one of my favorite movies from my childhood. It is a weird, quirky little movie. I haven't read the book in a long time, but if I remember right, the book's kind of weird and quirky too. But I do plan on rereading this soon, and I just love that this that this is kind of recirculating in popularity right now, and I just am so excited. This is a nice floppy paperback for how small it is, so I am once again very excited to have this book for my collection and to be able to share this with my future children when I start having kids. Next up is a book that I saw and was very intrigued by, and that is Summerlong by Peter S. Beagle, the author of The Last Unicorn. Again, it's a nice short novel, and I love the storytelling that he is capable of, so I am really excited to learn a little more about this one. I kind of bought it blind, plus the cover. The art on this cover is beautiful. I'm usually not a big fan of people on covers, but this is stunning. Next up is His Majesty's Dragon by Naomi Novik. I read Uprooted earlier this year and absolutely adored it. So I decided to pick up her Temeraire, I think that's how you say it, series. This is book 1. They only had it in a mass market paperback at my bookstore. And so if I like it, I'm going to invest in better copies. I'll probably just buy from Amazon and invest in the series in the sizes that I want and then end up donating this to someone else. And also I've got a neighbor who's put out one of those neighborhood book swap boxes, and so I might just put it in there and swap it for something that's in there. Next up is a very popular book around the booktubes, and that is To All the Boys I've Loved Before by Jenny Han. I read the Summer I Turned Pretty trilogy this summer, and I really enjoyed her writing, so I really wanted to try out To All the Boys I've Loved Before. They had it on sale at Target, and so I decided why not pick up a paperback, see how I feel about it. I mean, this was less than $10, so I'm gonna give it a try, see how I feel. Most people liked this one better than the Summer I Turned Pretty trilogy, so we'll see how I feel. This next book is called Between Two Worlds by Emma Newman. I saw this at my local Barnes & Noble, and they have the first couple of books, and it kind of gives me feels of Gail Carriger, you know, book about manners, but this is also a urban fantasy, so I know it has some of those elements like in the Parasol Protectorate series, and so I am excited to give this one a read. It's got tiny type, so clearly it's an adult novel, but I am very excited to give this one a try. It just kind of ticked boxes for me, and that was a very, very happy thing. Alright, so last but not least is my special unboxing. For those of you who are unaware, SarahAnneReads had a 500 people 1 year on BookTube Q&A video, and at the end she chose one of the people who asked her questions to give a book, one of her favorite books. And I was the winner, and I received my package just barely in the mail, which is why I decided to do this video. So I'm gonna open it here with you. I wish I could show you how beautifully she packaged this, but it just wouldn't be done justice because I'd have to blur out addresses. But just know that it's absolutely stunning, and Sarah has amazing handwriting. I'm so excited. Oh, she even wrapped it. It says, hooray. Shayla, congrats again on winning the giveaway, and thanks for the support and encouragement over the last year. I hope you enjoy your blind date. Love, Sarah. Thank you, Sarah. You're the sweetest. And there's an example of her handwriting. Her handwriting's fantastic. Like, seriously, she needs to write more stuff. Okay, blind date with a book. Here are my clues. It's translated, lost love, road trip. Let's find out what this book is. I am so curious right now. It's a paperback. She got me The Little Paris Bookshop by Nina George. Oh, how funny. Sarah, don't be sad. I own a copy of The Little Paris Bookshop. Oh, this is so funny. I think her copy's a little nicer than mine, so I'll probably keep hers. But what I'm going to do in spirit of all of this is I'm going to be passing this along to somebody else, because clearly this is an amazing book. I just haven't gotten around to reading it yet. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Give this video a thumbs up if you have read The Little Paris Bookshop, and let me know in the comments down below what books in this haul that you've read or that you're excited to hear more about. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you next time. Bye.